this morning. I'm Steve, this is Dawn. We work with the In-Business Network for the college, which is about building relationships with companies and organisations, and speakers like Kostas this morning. And Kostas has got a fantastic story to tell you guys, which I'm sure will inspire you. Over to Kostas for true.
Yep. Guys, I'm going to be talking a little bit about my story, where I've come from, and how that can relate to you guys. Where I come from, 9 out of 10 people ended up on drugs, in prison, or even worse, dead. There was only one that made it through, and that was myself. I was at 1%, and guys, every single one of you in this room are too. I'm going to tell you a little something, a factual piece of information that may make you laugh, but it's the truth. When you guys were being made, okay, there was about 100 million, between 100 million and 1 billion little swimmers trying to make it to this world, okay? But it was you that was the fastest, the most determined, the one that wanted it the most. It was you guys that made it to here now. That itself is a miracle. So let me ask you a question. When did you guys stop believing that you could become anything you want to become? When did you start believing that you could become successful, that you could become anything that you put your mind to? First things first, guys, to help you right now in your life is, if you want to really change your life and move to that next level, if you want to really, really push yourself, you've got to stop playing victim in life. People who play victim, people who have a victim's mentality, have a victim's lifestyle. When I was homeless, my friend said to me, "It's my sister's birthday, will you deliver this envelope to her? It's a gym pass." And it said a name on it in an envelope, and I thought, yeah, fair enough. He said, "I'll give you a £5 for it." Now, £5 to me back then, when I had nothing to my name, was like 3 days worth of food. So I jumped at the opportunity. So I took the envelope off him and I was straight there. Look, express delivery, I pretty much sprinted there because I wanted that money so bad. And as I was walking, I had to go through an alleyway. And in the distance, I saw 3 young lads with their hoods up. And as I got closer to these young lads, went to walk past them. There was a couple to the side and one to the other side. Went to walk through them. One of them puts a hand across my chest like that. What's in the envelope? I said, look, I got his hand and I moved it. I said, look, just get off me and let me walk on. Let me just go where I'm going. Went to walk through them. Bang! One hits me in the side of the face. So naturally, I turned around to defend myself. And I've got 2 of them in my hand like that, trying to keep them at arm's length. And as I've got them like that, I feel something on my arm. So I turned, looked at my arm, I've got a huge gash in my arm. This guy's just stabbed me in the arm. Turned towards him, because obviously I'm now completely and utterly on high alert. I don't know what he's going to do next. In that situation, this guy's coming straight towards my chest with this knife. This guy's trying to kill me here and now, trying to take my life and finish it here and now. And 2 questions come into my mind at that very moment. And I've learned to apply these 2 questions to life in general. And them 2 questions was, in that situation, how much do I want to survive? Question 1. And number 2, what do I need to do to survive? Now, in life, you could ask yourself the same question. How much do I want it? How much do I want to achieve my goal? How much do I want to be successful? How much do I want to get out of my situation? Question 1. And question 2, what do I need to make that happen? So in that situation, question 1, how much do I want to survive? More than anything else in the world. Question 2, what do I need to do to survive? All of a sudden, every instinct in my body kicks in. I just took 1 step back as this guy was coming straight towards my chest, and I hit him in his wrist. Just instinctively. Now I'm blessed, because the knife jumped out of his hand and landed on the floor. And these guys scarpered off. I was very, very shook up. As I was walking forward, there was a brick wall to my left, full of graffiti. And on that brick wall, there was just a message that seemed to be there, literally aimed at me. It was just like illuminating off the wall for me to read. And on the wall it said, "It doesn't matter what's happened to you. What matters is, what are you going to do about it?" Definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Now, just to put that in another context, if you keep on doing what you've always done, you'll just keep on getting what you've always got. And if you're not happy with what you've got now, change what you're doing. Change everyday life. If you don't know what you want to do in your life, start discovering it now. And I'll give you a tip, for a career tip here. Find what you're passionate about and make that your career, because let me tell you something now, Success doesn't make happiness. Happiness makes success. If you're happy what you're doing, it gives you that extra kick, it gives you that motivation, it pushes you to the next level. But if you're not happy what you're doing, work it out right now. Don't leave it too late. One thing you never want to do in life, guys, is sit when you're 10, 15 years from now, look back and say, I wish I listened. Don't be in that position. I've been there myself. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a structure that I've followed my whole life. A step-by-step structure that took me from being homeless to #1 ever for the company that I work for. When I first joined this company, the manager says to me, okay, Kostas, we'll give you a chance. All the other guys I was working with, they begged them to join the company, but for me, they were giving me a chance. Now these guys I was surrounded by, they had degrees, private education, they had everything they needed to become successful in their life. They had the silver spoon, I had the wooden spoon. I pushed myself harder than any of them guys. They may be able to outskill me, but they can't outwill me. That's what I used to say to myself. So when they were turning up at 9 o'clock in the morning, I was there at 7:30. When they were going home at 4 o'clock, 4:30 at night, I was there till 8 o'clock. When I first joined the company, he said, where would you like to sit? I said, mate, stick me in that corner over there, away from everyone else. Now that may seem a little bit antisocial, but I saw what was going on straight away. I sussed the environment out. You had this group of guys who, in theory, they had this silver spoon lifestyle. They were talking amongst themselves, they'd spend a lot of time by the coffee machine. I realised I didn't want to get into that zone because I didn't have naturally what they had, which was they had a lot more knowledge than me in life in general. Not streetwise, but in terms of intelligence. The only secret, guys, to success is knowing that there isn't one. There is no secret to success. If you really want the secret, it's ridiculous hard work, focus, passion. They're the basic things you hear every day. Don't look for secrets to success. There isn't one. There is no magical formula. It's all down to you and how much you get out of things, what you put into them. I wake up at 5:30 every morning. My fiance goes bonkers at me. She hates me. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm straight downstairs on the computer studying my craft. Right now, so I've done very well in recruitment as a salesperson, and now my job is to speak to people like yourself. That's what I'm trying to really push myself in now, speaking. And I study that every single day. I go home from work and I'm on that computer at 9 o'clock, and literally she has to pull the chair all the way to the TV to pull me away from working. When you find something you're passionate about and you're hungry and you want to change, you will change. It all depends on what you want. You've got to have a big enough why in life. Why am I going to do this? Find your reason why. This is a success formula that I use in every goal I put forward in my life. Step 1, start with the end in mind. The way I've done that is I got a collage of pictures of everything I wanted to acquire in life. Back then, I had this dream of wearing a suit. That's what I want. That's all I wanted. I wanted just to wear a suit and have a professional job like that. And everything I wanted back then, and these pictures I acquired. Now my pictures are a little bit more out there, because I saw what success is about. I've got a picture of a big house with a swimming pool. I've got a picture of an Aston Martin. That's the kind of car that I want to drive. Have a collage of pictures, and every single morning that will make you remember why you're doing what you're doing. Step 2, very important. Work out how long it's going to take to make that goal happen. Because if you don't stick a time frame on it, then you kind of just go, but you're fizzling through it. But if you've actually got a time frame, you know what you need to do to get there. Step 3, write your program out so you can monitor your success step by step. When you go to the gym, you get on the bench press, for example, and you push 100 or 120, yeah? And you do that and you're struggling, so you're not in your comfort zone at this point, you're struggling, and eventually after weeks and weeks, you start flying through it. Some people stop there, they just find, they think, oh look, I look good in the gym now, I can just whack this 120, I'm doing it like it's nothing. That's wrong. And this is what I'm telling you in life, it's wrong to be comfortable. So when you get to 120, you push yourself to that next level, push yourself to 140. Every single time you get there, you want to feel that shake, you want to feel uncomfortable. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. Make sure you're never in your comfort zone, because growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Do you feel that pain? You know when you push yourself, do you feel that pain like you want to stop, like you want to kind of quit, but you keep going? Yeah? Do that in life. My personal one is, once you've achieved your goal, this is just for me, and I recommend people do this because this is how we make a better place in general. I teach others how to achieve. Once you've achieved, teach other people how to live, because if you teach them and they teach another person, all of a sudden everyone's starting to achieve around you and you've got a successful environment. That's what I do personally. I want everyone to do me a little task, okay? Everyone reach as high as you can. I'll do it with you. High as you can. Yeah? That's it. Now I want you all to stretch even further. Push. That, you can relax now. You just proved yourself right there that you can go further than that. You can push yourself that little bit further, and it's that zone right there that when you push yourself that little bit further, that's when you start to grow and succeed. So I say to you all right now, I dare every single one of you to push yourself to that next level. I dare every single one of you to wake up a little bit earlier. I dare you to hit the library after college rather than going home and relaxing. I dare you to wake up a little bit earlier, get on the laptop and start figuring out your key to success, figuring out your path in life. I dare you guys right now to make a change. And that's how I'm going to tie it up. I dare you to make a change.